Good evening, Super Metroid fans. That's right. We've got more 2025 Super Metroid GT Classic Tournament action coming your way between mm2nescartridge and Scotty, right here on Speed Gaming, the flagship station. My name is the Hockey Towner. I'm joined by the one, the only, the indomitable Professor School. What's up, Prof?
What's up, Hockey? How's it going today? Happy Saturday, happy weekend, everyone. Coming at you live with this exciting 3 versus 6 matchup. mm2nescartridge on your left, Scotty on your right. 2 exceptionally good runners. This is gonna be a barn burner, Hockey. Let's go.
I definitely agree with you, Professor School. Barn burner is the word. A slobber knocker, a slugfest, a knockout contest. It's going to be all of the above. I can't wait to see what these runners can show off from their repertoire here in GT Classic.
All right, here we go. And we are off. Again, mm2nescartridge on your left, the number 3 seed coming into this tournament, only behind world record holder Zost, and at one point was 1 second off the world record at the time when he got his 32 links, the 2 seed. mm2 coming in with the only 33 in quals, Zost with a 32-32, Lynx with a 32-58, mm2 qualified bootless with a 33-51. Scotty came in with a very, very solid 34-36 in quals. So these are 2 runners that are both very adept at this category, can run very low times. Although I do expect that we're going to see high jump boots from both, but we'll just have to see what kind of risks they're willing to take, Hockey. For the first time here, we're going to get a best of 3 with no required saves. So I don't know what these runners are thinking, but we're going to have potentially some gambles, I think, to try to make up the difference that might separate these 2 runners.
I hope you're right, Professor School. I am a gambling man, so I'd like to see some high-risk, high-reward strategies from these 2 very, very capable runners. So just got to get off Series Station here. Not the tiniest tile rooms there from both runners, so it's pretty much a dead heat here. Oh, and just as I say that, Scotty unfortunately tumbles a little bit in the elevator room. That's going to burn at least 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah, just like Bob Seger in 1969, you're a rambling, gambling man, Hockey.
Of course.
We'll see if either one of our runners are going to decide to be gambling men themselves today. Again, no required saves this time around. No Bubble Mountain save required. No Lower Norfair elevator save required. Are these runners going to go bootless with a save? Are they going to go 2 tank high jump boots with no saves, or potentially just a save before the green gate glitch? Are they going to farm up to 5 supers? We're just going to have to wait and see. A little bit of capacity for extra risk allowed because of the best of 3 format. You can have a rough first race, go full bore, and suffer because of it, but you still have 2 more chances. So there are some opportunities to play a little bit, let's say high and loose or fast and loose here in the first game and still have another opportunity to make good in the second race. So I'll be really curious to see what kind of risks these 2 runners takes.
I am too, Professor School. I am too. It's going to be a very interesting one, but they all have to start the same. We got off Series Station. We came down to the planet Zebes. We're going to go down to Retro Brinstar, get the first couple items, kind of wake up the planet Zebes. But there's little ticky-tacky stuff that can happen. Little movement mistakes, little stutters, little drops. So we'll see what these 2 runners can do, if they can keep their movement tidy as they navigate their way through these treacherous rooms.
Just a slight early advantage here for MM2. I expect just his familiarity with this category is just a little bit better. Scotty's had some incredibly good times in low percent, and I think also in any percent, or I had that backwards. I think any percent for sure, and low percent. I'm not quite remembering his time there. But he's got some great times as well. Both of these runners very capable of going deep into this tournament. But MM2, I think, has been a little bit sharper and a little bit more capable with this category. I mean, finishing third overall in the quals. We have not seen him tested though yet, right? He had
That's
a first
true.
round bye because of the sort of odd nature of this 29-person tournament. So he had the first round bye, and then went up and played GT Mappo for some reason with P-Toil in the previous round. So we didn't get an opportunity to really see what kind of races he's intending on running. This is, I think, not only the first real challenge that he's going to get, but the first time we're actually going to see MM2 race this category in this tournament.
That's right. Yeah, in brackets for sure, Professor School for sure. So yeah, it will be interesting. This is a much shorter category than GT Mappo. Much less to do. Just have to go and enter the GT code and then the boss rush sequence. Seeing some little tiny mistakes here in Old Mother Brain there. No pitless from either runner, I don't think. Climbs were pretty clean, but I think maybe they got to shake off the race nerves a little bit.
Yeah, GT Mappo chat is pointing out that GT Mappo is sick. At least one person in chat is pointing that out.
That's true.
Yeah, it's also not the tournament that we're competing in.
Oh my gosh.
Just to be crystal clear.
Let's not belabor the point, Professor School. Our runners now start against BT rather than GT. And MM2 with a flawless fight there. No decapitation animation, but can Scotty duplicate the success? Yes, he can. Two very tidy fights, very clean.
Yeah, it helps to not lose that extra 5 seconds or so by going to a second round BT fight. 5:16 exit, pretty good here for MM2, especially considering just the 444 touch on bombs. Just a couple hiccups here and there throughout for Scotty. You see another one there, just setting up that wall jump, not quite as precisely as he wanted, entering Alcatraz, and so just losing a few precious seconds here or there. But the volatility is high, and there'll be plenty of opportunities for Scotty to get back into gear here.
Oh, no question about it, Professor School, no question about it. I feel like it's all the preamble is just the critical point, the critical, I guess, segment of this category. Not that the kind of the back half is trivial, but certainly with that item loadout of having every movement, the opportunity to go fast is certainly there in multiple ways.
Pretty nice 6:10 elevator time there for MM2. About 10 seconds behind for Scotty right now. It's interesting. I don't know how some of the other runners are. I know, like Nevdi, for example, he used to always say that he'd have very high nerves going into these races, and he'd wait to hit one big trick, and then usually he'd relax a little bit after that. I think there is something, especially if you're watching the restream, which I know for sure MM2 does. I'm not sure about Scotty. You have an opportunity to feel maybe a little bit more comfortable. Okay, I'm in a tight race, but I got a pretty good elevator time. I was able to put myself ahead early, so maybe you can relax a little bit then, right? It's harder if you flub a couple wall jumps, all of a sudden you lose 5-6 seconds in climb, you decapitate animate BT, and you're behind by 6 or 7 seconds. If you're aware of that and you're a little bit tight to start, it might make it harder to sort of play better at that point. So I'll be curious to see how Scotty reacts here after a little bit of a rough start.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not one single thing, like you said, Professor School. It's just it can be death by 1,000 cuts. It could definitely be one big thing, but we haven't seen it from Scotty. Overall, his movement has been pretty precise, and it seems like he's starting to gain a little bit of steam here on MM2 as MM2 is at the end of Green Hill Zone as Scotty makes his entrance here.
Yeah, MM2 getting held up a little bit there. It's an interesting strat there, not going for the D-boost and then sort of needing to get the P shot not quite right with the hops from the hopper. A couple extra farms for Scotty here instead of taking the bug D-boost. But importantly, at this point, both runners did get a missile drop so far at this point entering Red Tower. And that's really critical because in almost all situations, you really want to have those 2 missiles to do the 2-3 crate quick kill. And so you're really, really monitoring your resources here, both your health going into Kraid's lair and also your missile count. So definitely both runners happy to see that. 8:17 is a pretty good power bombs touch time. This is something that MM2 is going to feel really comfortable with. Anything under 8:20, he's going to be happy with. And again, just about 9 seconds here behind for Scotty. So about the same gap that we had coming into Green Print.
I got to say, this whole segment of Red Tower for both of these runners up until that just a little bit of a hiccup there on the D-boost from Scotty. It has been, for both of them, nearly flawless execution. The D-boosts have been stuck. The efficiency of opening the doors and getting all the major stuff here as they get the power bomb pack. We do have a question in chat though, Professor School. Out of curiosity, what is GT? What is GT Classic?
GT is the golden ticket. Willy Wonka only gave out 5 of those, if I recollect. And if you get one of them, you do get to go into the chocolate factory, which is Lower Norfair.
That's right. Willy Wonka himself is he's somewhere there with the Chozo ruins, the Chozo proving ground, I should say. And,
so, that's unfortunate. MM2, that's a 3-second time loss falling into that pit there. You know, it's interesting, Hockey, if you were to sort of recite in your head Gene Hackman, oh my goodness. Gene Hackman. Gene Wilder. Oh my goodness, we're rewriting history. If you were to recite Gene Wilder's famous line, "You lose, sir, you get nothing." What boss or enemy in Super Metroid would be telling Samus that she loses and she gets nothing in this category?
Oh man, in this category, it's hard to say because the bosses all just get blown away so easily. You got crazy.
Maybe it's actually an inanimate object. Maybe it's the green gate itself.
Could it be the green gate? I think it could, Professor School. Oh my god.
Okay, let's take a look here at our crate fights. Both runners in the same room. Nice 2+3 for MM2. And it's going to have just about a 10:30 touch time, which is pretty good, especially in a race situation. Yeah, 10:29. Despite the 3-second loss entering Kraid's lair, this is a really good time for MM2. We are going to have still about 7-8 seconds, so mostly because of that entry issue into Kraid's lair. Scotty making up just a little bit of time as we get into the technically challenging and very important Upper Norfair section of this run, where we're about to find out if our runners are picking up boots or not.
That's right. Boots will make everything a lot comfier, cozier. Yeah, energy tanks do as well, but I'd be very surprised if either of these runners, I should say, grab more than 2 tanks, if they even grab an additional tank, and they might just 1 tank it.
Yeah, okay, so MM2 is going 2 tanks, I'm sure of it now, 2 tanks with high jump boots. There's no way that he's running 1 tank bootless. It looks like Scotty will be doing the same. There is a chance that either runner could opt to skip the tank at high jump boots. I'm not sure how much time it actually saves, especially when your health is this low. If you get really, really good health drops from Kraid, skipping that tank makes more sense, but it's only about 6 seconds or so because you literally have to run right over it. So it's very similar to the 4th missile tank. The 4th missile pack in any percent PRKD. The amount of time that you get is maybe the length of the fanfare, but maybe less because, again, when you have 60 health, you're going to have to farm up quite a bit to just have enough to survive the dive. And the benefit of that second tank is you can completely flub the last jump of lava dive, that final wall jump. You can fall all the way down to the bottom, and as long as you don't get hit by a flame along the way, you have a complete second opportunity, which in a race situation is the difference between winning and losing. It could be the difference between living and dying. And in this case specifically, you might opt to get the second tank knowing you have 2 shots at lava dive in most situations, and then just completely skip the save in Bubble Mountain altogether, which is about a 16-second time loss. So I think the second tank is really, really worth it in this race situation.
I agree with you. Yeah, it's all about kind of balancing a conservative approach that you're going to survive while also going fast enough against a very talented opponent, which we have 2 here facing off here in brackets of the GT Classic tournament. If you're just joining us, this is GT Classic. This is a unique category using a major debug code or glitch where our runners will enter the Golden Torizo mini boss room down in Lower Norfair. They will hold all the face buttons and they will be granted every movement item, all the beams, 100 missiles, a bunch of other stuff, and exactly 700 energy. So great farm from MM2. Scotty with a decent farm, but opting to go faster here, Professor School, not farming all
Hold
the way.
on. No. This is...
Is this tactical?
No, there's a problem here. Scotty needs to farm. He needs to farm a power bomb here. Okay, he has missiles.
No.
He has to farm. Okay, good. You remember.
Yeah. I think those
Okay.
what are they called? Multi-violas or something? Don't they
Yeah.
guarantee?
Okay, good. He remembers. So the issue here is if you just get the one and open this door, okay, and MM2 is through.
You can't keep going.
Then you can't keep going. And I've had that happen to me in a race about 5 years ago where I just straight up forgot. Okay, and we do get the save here with all 5 supers.
Oh, that's interesting. Way to go, Scotty.
Nicely done.
Nice dive. Nice dive from M2s as well, but will Scotty save? Oh, wow.
Ooh, and we
Look at this.
Even on the elevator, folks. 4 supers only, opting for 2 farms and 4 supers was Scotty. Lost a little bit of time needing to get that extra power bomb, remembered to do so. Lost a little bit of time in that room, but now MM2 and Scotty are dead even. Boy, howdy, we got a race on our hands.
Got a race, Professor.
Let's GGG. Let's go.
GGG. Let's go. Oh, first try from Scotty. MM2's got to reset. Oh my goodness, Professor School. Holy cow.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and this is, this is something that it's so hard to see when you don't get that GGG. It's always really interesting to me too, for MM2 in particular, because the way that he sets up that backup is so fast, and I'm sure it works well for him. This is an N of 1. It's no indication of his ability to get the non-running backup, but I just am always so thrown when I see him do that backup because it's so fast, and I know personally that I have such a hard time setting up the GGG backup, doing it that quickly. I have a very particular setup, but yeah, just not working out today for MM2. And we have a 1530 clear here on the screw attack grab.
Wow.
We do get the second try. So MM2 is not out of it. Let's keep an eye on that clock. MM2 has exceptionally good movement, where he can gain, I would say, maybe 10 to 15 seconds over the course of this run, just on movement alone. But then you also have full halfy, you have reverse halfy, or wample spark as some people call it. You have the fan tune pattern, and you have baby skip and drops. You also have 2 cries, you have stand-up glitch. This is not over yet. It's about a minute separating these runners, and Scotty is in the driver's seat, but this is by no means over, and if there's someone who can come back from this roughly 1 minute deficit, it is mm2nescartridge. So this is not over by any stretch.
So yeah, we got good codes from both runners, but Scotty with the skipping the elevator save and the first try, rolling in green gate glitch success. Wow, what a turn of events here at approximately, we're nearly to like the halfway point of this category. Got to go down and fight Ridley, full beam combination. Not a trivial fight, it's still a little bit of manipulation, but very survivable fight. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how this is going to shake out. Professor School, you're absolutely right on all of those points. There's so many little areas and little segments where MM2 can gain time.
Okay, pretty good health drops there for Scotty, which I do think he needed. He was down into the 4 tank range, which is pretty low entering Ridley, and health management is something that you need to conserve or think about, especially with all of the sparks that you can do in Meridia. So nice for the Metal Pirates to bail him out there. Actually, pretty good resources overall coming into this Ridley fight. We had about a 1720 entry, so let's see how the length of this Ridley fight goes. But really, realistically, at this level, Scotty is hoping for something about 42 seconds or under for this fight. So probably about 16 2x exit would be really good here. Missed 1 shot so far. Does have Ridley into the second phase of this fight. The Pogas are a little bit slower here, but that's okay.
He's at least keeping him from, he did a good job to keep Ridley from scooting away there. Nice fight. So yeah, we're seeing MM2 in chat, perhaps getting a little bit frustrated, trying to shake all that off. So yeah, 1808 there. That's not bad at all. Yeah,
that's about a 45-second fight, which is pretty good. Ridley was, I think, already dead before that last shot, and then did an extra swoop around the room, which loses you a bit of time there. So a little bit unfortunate. Let's see what MM2 can do here. About a minute behind still.
Oh, this Wasteland segment from Scotty is just so impressive. Oh my gosh, just the
Does need to be very careful that he doesn't reverse K go back through there by accident. Those iframes get canceled really easily by screw attack. And all of a sudden, at 440, 400, yeah, he needs to be a little bit careful. MM2, unfortunately, getting picked up by Ridley. Is Ridley dead? Yeah, oh my gosh. That is so frustrating. That's like a 6 or 7 second time loss at the end of the fight when Ridley was already dead.
Maybe Ridley is like Willy Wonka at the end of the movie. I'm not sure. Green Gate for sure, but maybe also Ridley.
Yeah, I mean, the Green Gate, unfortunately, is the big time loss so far. But let's just keep a close eye on that health there from Scotty. 396 leaving LN, and actually not even out yet, but 396 at this point is really low. You can get bailed out pretty big by Batoon drops if you get a lot of health, but if you're still low, it makes it a lot trickier to do things like the sparks through Meridia. You might potentially have to slow down, and then potentially you could be in a situation where you don't get the full health refill that you need in Turian. So just keep an eye on that part of this run. See if Scotty can handle these resources. An unfortunate bonk there. That is a pretty big time loss for Scotty. In this room,
instantly kills Samus's momentum there. Unfortunately, slows her to a crawl midair. But Professor School MM2 is dusting off the tongs, the apron, the chef's hat. He is cooking right now. School.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's going to need to cook in order to catch Scotty here. Let's check this LN exit time. It was 20 flat for Scotty entering Bubble Mountain. I think MM2 may have gained a little bit of time here, despite the hiccups at the end of the Ridley fight. It was a really, really difficult and rough LN escape there for Scotty. It's a technically very challenging section. I struggle with that quite a bit. So actually, I think MM2 may have gained as much as 15 seconds here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's massive.
So, yeah, it's down to somewhere between 40 and 45 seconds, at least based on the Bubble Mountain entry time. So, yeah, and chat correctly pointing out that the reverse wasteland was a big part of that.
Sure. But Scotty, the first one into Meridia. Just a quick hop, skip, and a jump. Mini boss and boss to be fought here are Botoon and Dragon, capable of being microwave, Professor School. And I've never microwaved any snakes or shrimp before.
I'm glad you haven't. Honestly, like PETA would probably come right after you.
Probably, for sure.
Okay, so I do like what Scotty did there, by the way.
Everest was sick.
Yeah, using that very beautiful space jump strat there. Importantly, it saves about 60 to 65 health, depending on how you do that spark. And I think that's really important. I don't know if Scotty mains that, but it was a nice adjustment regardless. Let's see how he sets up this Batoon here.
Well, whatever happened in Lower North, I feel like Scotty has just completely forgotten about because he's playing really, really razor sharp right now. Just a single super there to finish off Botoon. Very nice fight.
Yeah, a little overcooked. You can get away with just two punches on X-ray there, resetting those iframes inside of the snake. We saw like 4 or 5 there, so a couple seconds unnecessary, and I don't think the super was required either. But this is pretty important. So he got really good health drops. Oh wow, just missed the quarter half. Shave and a haircut. Holy smokes.
Wow.
That would have been huge if he had missed that too, because the way you missed that is a quarter halfy, and that quarter halfy where he was is a massive time loss in that room because you're stuck all the way at the left side with no momentum.
Just the margin for error is just that razor thin. It's like a sheet of paper. This is just unbelievable.
Really, really gross drops on the left-hand side of our screen there from Batoon. Not really great at all. 8 supers leaving Batoon is really, really bad for MM2. That's probably going to come back to cost him some time in Turian unless he gets completely bailed out somewhere else.
That was pretty close too for MM2, but I don't think it was as close for Scotty. Oh, Scotty gonna have to skip the blue suit or spike suit conversion there, so have to go with the tried and true Wample jump strategy, backing out of Coliseum. We'll see what kind of dragon fight MM2 can muster here. Shouldn't be anything too dramatic.
Nice Wample jump there from Scotty. 23-15 nice. Flat on the light up of Precious Room there. A bunch of very technically demanding, but very fun and satisfying rooms when you get them right coming up here for Scotty. Let's see how he handles it. Big space jump. Now, is he gonna... He didn't get the jump through the door. How is he gonna handle this? Oh, interesting.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, you really want to get that
close.
jump. That space jump needs to happen before the door. You can do it with the second jump through the door, but it's much, much, much harder. And yeah, we are... What was that? About 23:55. So we're at about 40 seconds separating these runners.
That's a baby skip.
It's a baby skip in a Phantoon pattern. So right now, this run continues to still be within reach for the number 3 seed overall, mm2nes cartridge.
Wow. This has been really, really spectacular so far. A lot of twists and turns, ups and downs from both of these runners. But it ain't over till it's over. We still have Rex Ship, Phantoon, and his infamous patterns, as Professor School alluded to. And then, of course, the Torian segment, which is very hard to do efficiently and quickly. So there's still a lot of race left. And as Chad has pointed out, and you have pointed out, Professor School, this is a best of 3. So even if it doesn't go your way in this race, we're going to have at least one more.
Pretty good resources here. 467 is a little low on health, but honestly we'll probably be fine, and I expect Scotty will farm the drops from Phantoon. You only save a handful of frames by skipping them, 20-30 frames. 15 supers is pretty good here. 8, not great. You're gonna have to burn a couple going through Wrecked Ship. So again, keep an eye on resources. Scotty's been bailed out on health a couple times and is doing really good on supers. MM2, okay on health, it's just fine. 7 supers, not so great. So let's just keep an eye on that one, because that's a time loss through Turian.
For sure, for sure. We have a great question in chat here, Professor School. Are Phantoon patterns more or less significant with microwave? So it's
well, it depends on how you execute it, right?
Assumed to be a 1 round, but it may be an off-screen kill, it may be an on-screen kill.
Yeah, so you won't get, if you execute the fight in a single round, which is the intention in this category, you should not get punished by a second round. So really it's just a matter of, do you get the immediate eye open on fast, or do you wait 6 seconds for the mid or 12 seconds more for the slow? We're not getting a fast for Scotty. We don't get a mid. This is precisely what MM2 wants. If MM2 can score on about a 25% chance for a fast here. Now it is an on-screen for Scotty, which
that's good. That's good for Scotty. Getting the on-screen kill vital there after being punished with that slow pattern. But MM2, if he can get a fast, he's really gonna put the pressure on Scotty to execute.
Yeah, and there's a couple tricky things coming up and going towards G4 here. Okay, so we got half farms. That's about the fastest way to leave the room. You only farm half there, and you can see he left a bunch of supers behind on that right side. We're gonna check this G4 time. It could be, and there's the fast
with MM2, are you serious?
Yeah, we are close to baby skip territory right now for MM2.
Oh my.
The execution on this section is going to matter a lot, because you can lose a lot of time in these rooms.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, this is some of my favorite rooms in the entire game. Are these space boosts through the moat, through West Ocean. But oh my gosh, MM2! I've never seen that vertical shot like that. That is really something special.
When you get the fast on the left side, that's the fastest way to take care of that, is to actually just go ahead and evade that flame, crouch, and do the aim up, and that's definitely the fastest way to handle that pattern. It was nicely done.
Yeah. Oh, but Scotty with a beautiful parlor there. Very nice space boost. MM2, though, carrying the momentum. Okay, so Professor School, I've been sitting on this for a little bit. We have a full halfie. Oh, MM2, unfortunately, grinding to a halt there in the moat, but able to avoid hitting the missile.
Grab the missile. That's unfortunate. That's probably about a 4-second time loss. Let's see this G4 entry time. It's just 28 even on the light up of the room. Yeah.
All right, Press School, I gotta ask you. So you said you do a half farm, leaving Phantoon as the fastest way. So would that be like a farm halfie?
Yes, which is also a speedrunning strat in Harvest Moon.
Oh my goodness. What do you think those speedruns are like?
I don't know. I learned about it in Nintendo Power Magazine, September 1995's issue. Let me just see if I can pull that out for you.
Go to the bookshelf, see if you can pull that off. take it out of its, its sealed, protective cover,
That's right. So that's a 28:36. Realistically, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 seconds lost in moat, probably. It really should have been about 30 seconds. Really, really costly mistake in moat. But we are close. We are close, right? I mean, it was a 60-second deficit at Screw Attack. MM2 has continued to chip away here, and the only potential issue is the super count. 9 is actually okay. I thought he was going to be in worse shape, but we're just going to have to keep an eye on these Metroid rooms and how they execute it. Very nice room 1 so far from Scotty. Very aggressive, skipping the drops on the 4th Metroid. And electing for the farm. I like this. It costs about a full second. Doesn't get any supers though. Wow.
Yeah, that's really kind of screwed there by the Metroid drops. But yeah, Scotty looking pretty sharp here through these Metroid routes. But it's been an absolutely monumental effort from MM2. We took half the gap heading post Green Gate glitch there. That's just crazy because there's not a lot of run in this run, Professor School.
That's right. Yeah, it's hard to make up time. I mean, it's possible. Just personal anecdote. I missed Lava Dive a couple of years ago in a GT Classic tournament against Nevdi and was about 90 seconds behind. And I actually did make up that time and ended up winning that run, albeit by 12 frames. So it's possible, but it really requires your runner to miss baby skip at that point. So this is critical for Scotty. Setting up for the Stachio skip. Nice bomb spread there. Looks good. A little bit of extra lag with the plasma.
Careful.
He's good.
Nicely done, Scotty. But yeah, MM2 popped into chat saying he's crashing out after that Metroid room 2. I can't blame him. That was a very, very tough room for MM2.
Okay, still needs to execute here, does Scotty on the right-hand side of your screen. Has been in the driver's seat since electing to skip that save. Not taking the Bubble Mountain save, not taking the Lower Norfair elevator save with only 4 supers, but going first try. Oh gosh, we got to be careful.
Very unusual. Yeah, he's got to be very careful here.
Oh, and he must have had shot held down, and then repressed it and used a second shot to actually clear away that Rinka. He just needs I think we need to just be sitting in the acid here. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, what do you do here?
Well, so if you look at the way that Zeus does this, there's actually a way to set this up with an aim down shot. Now that relies on you knowing that the Rinka is coming, which he doesn't here. But that's the safest setup. Yeah, that's the safest setup. So he's through, but that's about a 30-second time loss. I didn't look exactly, but that's a really, really bad time loss. And now both runners with
look at this.
And Scotty is going to lose a lot of time refilling to be able to survive to get stand up here. He's gonna lose an extra few seconds. This is gonna be really, really, really close. We're gonna be within probably a good stand up and 2 cries separating these runners. I don't know if Scotty has the 2 cries manip down to sit down Mother Brain quickly. I know for sure MM2 does have that capacity. Folks, Mother Brain 2, about 3 minutes of gameplay left to separate game 1 between mm2nescartridge and Scotty. Hold on to your butts.
Yeah, they're held. Absolutely. I did not have this on my bingo card heading into Tori, and that is really a shocking turn of events. MM2, though, kudos to him with that very, very, very nice down back Zeb skip. Able to get through the Zebitite, no problem. And now it just has to turn off. You just pop the reserves, top everything off. I mean, we're practically at a dead heat here heading into the baby cutscene.
Yeah, so both runners got the optimal claw position there. Oh, okay. Yikes. You have to be really careful there. Scotty still had Vari on. Needs to damage down fast enough to not have an issue. Okay, so this is really critical. Scotty is in the crouch position, so he is setting up for 2 cries. This is a manipulation to try to get Mother Brain to sit down faster in this cutscene. It is called 2 cries because, let's see, this is going to be close. He got it. You see this neck bending backwards, and Mother Brain is going to sit down within 2 seconds. That is huge for Scotty. That means that MM2 is not able to gain 3 to 4 seconds on him there.
Wow.
And MM2 also got it, so he did. Oh no, he didn't.
No,
he didn't. No, he didn't. The neck is up. That's a 3 or 4 second loss for MM2.
Oh
So
my
it's
God.
probably somewhere between 7 and 8 seconds right here. We're gonna have to time the mother brain head down at the end of this fight.
This is crazy. Can you imagine a race coming down to 2 cries? For an opening race at a best of 3, my goodness, that's really something.
Okay, Scotty doing a small manip to try to get the baby off screen faster. Let's see how the end of this goes. We're going to be looking for Mother Brain 2's head down, or Mother Brain 3's head down at the end of this fight and see what kind of deficit Scotty has, or MM2 has going into this. It's probably going to be somewhere between 5 and 10 seconds, depending on the end of this Mother Brain 3 here.
Yeah, so mid 15.
Mm-hmm.
And now for MM2.
Yeah, it's a full 10 seconds.
Yeah, about 10, yeah.
If Scotty is watching this restream, the pressure is very much on at this moment. This is a very stressful moment right here. He went for the morph unmorph to get around. Very nicely done, saving about a 10-15 frames there. Is he going for blue bomber here? There's no way, right? No, okay.
I don't think so. You got to go with the consistent strat.
Okay, these are one of the 2 tricky rooms here coming up. You want to make sure you don't fall down this shaft here. Oh, okay. That's nerves. I'm telling you right there, that is nerves from Scotty. You want to make sure that you don't miss that moonfall. Oh my goodness. 07 through the door. MM2 has gained time so far. Does he bonk the spark? No, he's through. One more tricky room left and steam. It's about 8 seconds right now.
Oh, MM2, no!
Oh, MM2 missed it.
Oh my gosh.
And Scotty's struggling just a little bit there in parlor, but it will not matter, even with bad steam here. Oh my goodness, folks. What a treat we were just given at the end of that race. And just like that, game 1 goes to Scotty, finishing with an official racetime.gg time of 35:39, and exactly 10 seconds behind was mm2nescartridge, who had made up 50 of those 60 seconds and was not able to capitalize at the end. Scotty somehow, claws digging in, manages to hold on to that game 1 win. An absolute nail biter at the end, Hockey, but gosh dang it, Scotty held on. Holy smokes.
He sure did. What an incredible opening race in this best of 3. Scotty showing just incredible tenacity in the face of a very strong opponent coming storming back, and my hat's off to MM2. That was some of the most impressive gameplay I've ever seen. Just not quite enough execution to complete the comeback. But we've got a lot more Super Metroid GT Classic coming your way right now, as mm2nescartridge and Scotty are going to take a little break, and we'll join you right here on the station, so don't go anywhere. Go grab your favorite beverage, a couple snacks, and tune in for Race 2 and potentially Race 3 of this series.
Alrighty, folks, we are back at you for game 2 between mm2nescartridge and Scotty. Right there between our two runners. That was something else. mm2nescartridge having to reset on green gate glitch. Fortunately, have the save. 60 seconds behind at screw attack. Managed to come all the way back to within 4 or 5 seconds at the mother brain fight, but Scotty clutched it out at the very end after some huge problems with his Zeb skip. Held on, won game 1, and now has that 1 game advantage, and the pressure is on for mm2nescartridge. It's win or go down to the lower bracket. My name is Professor School, and I am back at you here in the commentary booth with the Hockey Towner. Hockey, let's go. It's game 2.
It's game 2. This could be it for the upper bracket for MM2, or he could push it to the 3rd race. We'll see. There's a lot of Super Metroid left to be raced tonight between these two titans of technical skill.
All right, and we are off. Well, Hockey, this is something. We got all 3 races today, if necessary. They're maybe one of the benefits of having such a short category is, running, let's say, 3 hundos back to back to back can be really difficult. A little bit more amenable to it with a 34, 35-minute category. So if Game 3 will be played. It will be played today, so that's the exciting thing to look forward to. Scotty, although looking to close it out, was very, very bold in Game 1. Skipped all saves, whereas MM2 took one that turned out to be necessary to make this a competitive race. But Scotty was going all out. I expect that he will do the same here, but you could see strategies change. I don't know. With a 1-game advantage, maybe he chooses to be a little bit more conservative. We're just going to have to wait and see, Hockey.
It's going to be interesting to see that, Professor School. I'm really curious if you go with the tried and true or if you decide to mix it up a little bit depending on what you think your opponent is going to do. But like you said, that save before Green Gate was critical for MM2's ability to complete the race. We'll see how they do in series here. About the same tile rooms as last time. But Scotty took a little tumble last time in the elevator room, but look at this. Oh, wow. 92 versus 90 down to the 200ths of a second difference.
Yeah, it's about a 1-frame difference so far, at least on that timer there. Yeah, we're gonna have a good one here. These are 2 exceptionally talented runners that are, top 10 or better in the leaderboards in a number of both, major categories, extension categories, glitched categories. 2 very talented runners. Scotty clearly having a strategy, being a little bit more aggressive. I don't blame MM2 for taking the save. It's about a 10 to 11 second save, depending on how you execute it. So it's not as out of the way as the Bubble Mountain save, for example, and is honestly the one that's more necessary in this situation because it's that 1-frame trick on Green Gate Glitch is pretty volatile, and as you saw in the last race, you can miss that Green Gate Glitch, you can reset, and potentially still have an opportunity to get even. And MM2 nearly managed to pull that off from behind. He still is the favorite, though.
And I do give him the edge in this race. And I think that, if we were looking at ESPN.com for the percent probability win right now, it's definitely in favor of Scotty because of that one game advantage. But just in this game setting here, game 2, I do give MM2 still the slight edge to come back and tie this.
Yeah, I think so too. MM2 definitely wants to prove that he can beat Scotty and make up for the mistakes he made in the first race. But we're only 3 minutes into this race, and there's a lot of execution ahead of them here. And so we'll see what they can do. Yeah, this is playing out very similar to the first race. MM2 holding on to an early lead, but a short one. Very, very tight here still. But I am curious if Scotty can pull some tricks out of his sleeve. You could just tell that the runners are settled in. Like there's not little construction zone stumbles. I would be really surprised if we see any drops into the pits here in Old Mother Brain, I should say.
Yeah, I agree. And at least for me, I know that I tend to be very, very nervous when I race, regardless if I'm facing, the 30 seed or if I'm facing, someone like Zost. Because in every situation, it's like, oh, this is one that I quote unquote should win, or this is one that, maybe I should lose, but if I play out of my mind, I can still do it. So I'm just always really nervous. But when it comes to a best of 3, somehow I'm always settled in after that first race, no matter what. And you feel warm, you've done a full run at this point, you have a couple things in your head that okay, I can make this adjustment. Okay, I'm playing a little too fast here. I need to correct this. There are things that you can do to make those adjustments, and I think both of these runners will do it. Right now, MM2 though, again, just like in game 1, a very, very strong start. He had a 4:44 bombs time, now almost a 4:42. Wow. That's a really good bombs time, especially for MM2. That is a very, very good bombs time for him. It's going to be almost a full 10 seconds deficit right out the gate for Scotty. I don't know if that's nerves. I don't know if that's just a couple small hiccups. Trying to go too fast in Parlor in particular, but this is exactly what MM2 wants down a game, right? You want that early lead and just settle in and execute.
Those very well-timed pea shooter shots there from MM2, holding on to that final missile. Better drops for Scotty here. He's going to be just slightly faster through this BT fight. Yeah, pretty much an entire room ahead here is MM2 as he heads into the Alcatraz escape. And now Terminator. Yeah, unfortunately, Scotty did have a pretty tough Parlor climb after the big climb in after Old Mother Brain. But still a lot to do. Still have to do early Supers mock ball. Still have to get Red Tower climb. Early power bombs. Crade. And then all the stuff in Norfair. So it's anybody's race still, but MM2 is, if he's able to capitalize, it's going to be hard to catch.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good elevator time. Kind of a weird door bonk for MM2 leaving BT, which cost him a couple seconds. So it's actually slightly slower elevator time than the last run, but it's a really good start. 6:12 is really solid. You're going to feel good about that. And already, let's see, a little bit of a hiccup here on stream for both runners. Is this the restream? What's going on?
No, it'll start working again.
Yeah, you got to take the cartridge out and blow on it, I think.
Yeah, that too. So 6:41 touch for Supers. So you have 8 seconds probably for separating Scotty from MM2.
Scotty already getting that missile drop that's really desired in this category. So far, just health drops for MM2, which you don't really need as much, at least in this route. In the world record route, right now, when you run one tank bootless and you do the KGO through the Fune, health is much, much more important. It is important in this particular route if you're going 2 tanks with high jump boots, but really what you need at this point going into Crate Slayer, as I pointed out in the first race, are the missile drops. So far, MM2 has not gotten them. And so, oh, there you go. He did get one from that hopper there.
Lucky, lucky. Good to have that drop. This is looking eerily similar to the first race so far.
It's really similar, Hockey. It's very similar.
Frighteningly similar.
Yeah, that was about an 8:17, 8:18 power bombs time for MM2. This is going to be pretty close, maybe just a little bit slower. And yeah, it was about the same. It was about 5 to 7 second deficit for Scotty going into that.
And just really good hellways from both runners as MM2 grabs early supers, nailing that D-boost. Can he nail the D-boost on the escape? Can he do it, Prof? Yes, he can.
Yes, he can, Hockey. Absolutely, he can.
He can, and he will, and he has. Scotty, though, same spot. This is... Are we just playing it back? This is so strange.
Yeah, in fact, I think maybe this is what you were pointing out, but it was that D-boost that he went for off the Boyan there, coming back from Alpha Power Bombs that he missed. That's when you go for that, it's seen a lot in PRKD. It's a strat where you pre-open the door, you do the aim down, and then turn around into the D-boost, which is a little bit harder, and you can K-go through that Boyan essentially instead of D-boosting, and that happened in the exact same time and space to Scotty in both runs so far. It does look like they're running it back.
That's so, I mean, consistency applies to everything, you know? It really does.
All right, so we're gonna get the one super entry here, I'm assuming, for MM2? Yeah, okay. Ooh, this time just saving that extra 3 seconds, not falling down into that pit in the entry to warehouse. Nicely done. This is going to be a very similar Varia time too, which was
nice save, Scotty.
About a 10:29 last race for MM2. Health pretty good for both runners. The extra missiles. Oh, that's interesting. MM2 opting for the super here. When you have 4 missiles in this situation, like MM2 does, I actually like using missiles on Minicrade because sometimes you can get hecked by Minicrade drops and accidentally, or on a bad chance, you'll actually wind up getting a health instead of a super, and then you'll be at 3 supers here instead of 4.
Oh, no kidding, yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually kind of nice to use those missiles for that specific purpose. The health here at 59, unfortunately, what it means for MM2 is that he doesn't have enough to take a double hit in the spikes, so he can't do the lag reduction strat, so you saw a little extra lag on his screen. Scotty does have that health at 71, so he's able to do a lag reduction. The reason why that works is because when Samus is being drawn on screen, if she's taking damage and has iframes, she's only drawn every other frame, and with all of the processing that's going on during that grade fight, having Samus only drawn every other frame can actually save quite a bit on lag, as much as a second in some situations.
That's wild. Who discovered that? That's what I'd like to know.
Some people that have spent a lot of time looking at this game. That's the beautiful thing about Super Metroid, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. They keep finding things, and the runners get to incorporate them into their repertoire, and it makes for a absolutely spellbinding presentation, whether it's a race or PB attempt. It's just really a phenomenal game.
I don't want to speak out of turn here. I think that setup that Scotty used for the lag reduction was actually discovered by Hodarubi, but not the Hodarubi that you're thinking of, which is to say, in time and space, the 2008 Hodarubi. This is like a 2021 version of Hodarubi who came back to SM after many years away, entered the 100% tournament, and actually found a number of new strats, including that lag reduction setup when he was running 100%. I think that is accurate. Feel free to correct me, chat, but I actually do remember copying that setup from a video that I got from Hodarubi's Twitch stream, which is so cool to see someone like that, a longtime former record holder coming back and sort of reinventing aspects of the game all those years later.
That's wild, yeah. Just absolutely correct. So, high jump boot pickup here. No surprise here from both of these runners. Going to stick with their proven strategy. 2 tank boots. And yeah, we're doing it, Prof. We're getting through Norfair on our way to that lava dive. There was no inconsistency and no drama whatsoever in the first one, and now that I've said that, who knows what's gonna happen.
All right, we have to keep a close eye here. I expect both runners are skipping this save. That's another nice super drop there from MM2, by the way, from the Sova. I will expect a full farm here. Just one super again for Scotty. Very nice. Again, a 2 farm. That's really good. That's really good. 1 is exceptionally rare. It was made a little easier to do a 2 farm because MM2 got the extra super drop from the Sova, which is really nice.
Come on, drops. Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness, wow. He just doesn't want to give up any time.
No,
so he's going with 3. Is he going to go saveless here with just 3 supers? Boy, I don't know.
He's going to. I think Scotty is incredibly confident in his green gate glitch ability.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like, I'm right there with you. I'm confident in mine, but very nice setup there from MM2.
Yeah, as good of lava dive as you're going to see with this equipment. And going forward into the save.
Okay. So we got a bonk there from Scotty, but he's okay in this situation.
Oh boy.
Because he has all the extra health. Needs to let this flame go by.
Nicely done. It on the way up there. Oh, that's just really, really good.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, Scotty.
He's going! He's going,
but good. Not a great elevator, unfortunately. And MM2 though, this
like
time,
that, yeah. Just like that, I mean, it was.
We were synced.
Yeah, they were synced immediately coming off the elevator. This time it's about a half an elevator ride difference. MM2,
come on.
Here we go, folks. 5 supers.
Yes!
First try for MM2.
Yes!
He's through. All the pressure shifts
try.
to the right side of the screen. Scotty, only 3 chances. Can he get the 2-frame setup? You got this, buddy. Come on.
Oh!
There he goes. Oh, he's through. He's through on the 3rd try.
No way.
Folks, that is really hard to do. He did not get the running setup. He tried to go for another in-room running setup, which as far as I know, there's no way to set that up for 2 frames in an RTA environment. It opted not to go for it, went for the first small hop, did not get it, needed to focus, reset, make sure that his inputs were correct, and managed to hit it on that final of 3 super tries. And here we go, 15-22 touch. We are absolutely cooking now. Scotty is behind, but he is in this. MM2 made up a 60-second deficit almost to win game 1. Scotty is only about 14 seconds behind right now. We have a race. Let's heckin' go.
That is... I'm at a loss for words here, Prof. I gotta collect myself, because that... You want to talk about clutch. First the lava dive, then the last possible super to get the green gate glitch on a 2 farm, would only netted Scotty a total of 3 supers. Oh my goodness gracious. And look at these runners hitting the fast pillars. Worst room in the game, just trivialized with this item loadout. Now into the amphitheater and just having the time of their lives, Professor School. Two incredible competitors, 2 gladiators duking it out on speed gaming.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is Tyson and Holyfield, and Scotty is trying to get a bite.
MM2, keep those headphones on. Protect your ears.
Oh man, that reference might go over about 80% of the audience's head, honestly.
It depends. It depends on how old they are, I think. We got a lot of old heads in the Super Metroid community, though.
That's true. All right, much better resources for both runners. Scotty in particular was down already at this point to somewhere around 4 tanks and was relying on health drops from Metal Pirates. Much better situation now.
Talking about much better. I think MM2 is going to be very, very happy with that Metal Pirates room. Got the fast kill on both of the pirates. See if Scotty can duplicate it here.
MM2 did go for the spring ball strat there, which is really optimal. Did not get it. Let's see if Scotty can make up a little bit of time here, and let's check the times on these Ridley kills. No, Scotty also misses that time.
That's a tough. I feel like that. Yeah, that's a very tough scrat. That flower house, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, interesting. Opting for early supers there on the Kogo. I hope he's keeping track here.
He peppered in a couple supers there in the first round. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about using those supers early in that situation because depending on the swoop pattern that you get from Ridley, you might have wasted those supers for no reason. Like, they don't guarantee to speed up the fight at that point, depending on the pattern that Ridley gets you. So I don't like burning them unnecessarily. Really, those supers are useful if you're trying to avoid an extra swoop pattern guaranteed. But it's about an 18:05 on the room light up here on Ridley Farm. Nice fast explosion, at least from Ridley. We're looking at probably about a 15-second deficit, maybe closer to 20? Yeah, about 18-second deficit here for Scotty. So MM2 did manage to save a little time in that first part of the LN segment. This segment here did give Scotty a lot of trouble in the last race, so let's see if he can make some adjustments and speed up a little bit.
Let's see, it's MM2, unfortunately, taking a couple of bonks off those Disgigas, but gets the Wasteland Speedball. Very nicely done. Scotty, though, with this unique strategy here to K-go through the platform, I just find it so fascinating. The double, though. The double this time, Professor School. Yeah. Can he nail the Speedball? Yes, he can. But unfortunately, no Keku specials from either of our runners, but I'm not taking a single thing away from them by saying that.
No, it was really nicely executed. I mean, it's a nice strategy, the double K-go. I think it's a little bit more preferable in Hundo when you have so many more tanks. Having only 7 here and being down to 317 exiting LN, again,
it's even more than the first race.
It can potentially cause some real health issues depending on your drop luck with, like, let's say Batun and Fantoon. So we'll see how this, just keep an eye again. He was bailed out by Batun last time, but keep an eye on Scotty's health because that could become a factor, especially in a race that's so much closer than the last one was. Yeah, 1944 on Bubble Mountain fade in.
I gotta say, gotta hand it to MM2, just showing incredible poise here to come back and just be able to hold on to this lead.
Ooh, really unfortunate there for Scotty. It's a full 20 seconds now. So MM2 continues to add on to this lead that started at about 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Scotty made up a little bit of time by skipping that lower Norfair save and playing more aggressively. Did manage to get the GGG on his final of only 3 supers, but since that time, MM2 has continued to pad his lead and is moving closer to the baby skip territory. About 20 seconds now entering Meridia.
Yeah, this has been really special so far. Love to see this level of play from these competitors. But it's not over till it's over, and MM2 is going to try his hardest not to give up any time to Scotty. But if Scotty can really string a good couple segments together, it could be a much closer race.
Little hiccup there entering that room. That's a really hard quick jump press. Slightly easier on keyboard, which is what MM2 plays on, but sometimes you try to shortchange that jump a little bit and you end up bonking. I actually opt in race situations to just run off that platform because it's like a 10-frame save with the jump, but it's like a 1-second loss if you miss it. So it's kind of like a risk-reward thing, like if you want to go for that. All right, let's see this Batun from MM2.
Let's see.
The drops, I think, are actually the most important thing here for both these runners.
Batun, don't be greedy. All health. Look at that.
Yeah, and you see MM2 pausing there, just making sure that the death flag is set before he leaves the room. There's a really unfortunate situation that can happen where if you leave too early before that wall completes crumbling, you can actually have Batun still be alive when you re-enter that room, which you really don't want. Oh boy, that is bad. That is not only missing full halfie, but that's falling down that shaft. That's like a full 10-second time loss there for MM2.
That's tough, but gotta get a little hung up here on these worm-like enemies whose name escapes me. Another vital in Hundo.
Those are Puyos, are they not?
Puyo's?
like
Sure.
Puyo Ice Clip? I think it's Puyo's.
Puyo
Okay,
Ice Clip. of course.
huge moment here for Scotty. Can he execute and consolidate? Yes, he does.
Yes,
That is a
he can.
huge time save for Scotty, getting full half
Massive.
here. Wow, wow, wow. The race just tightened considerably there. Nicely executed from Scotty. Able to consolidate there on the missed full halfie by MM2.
Also, welcome in Raiders. If you're just joining us, this is the Super Metroid GT Classic Tournament. mm2nescartridge versus Scotty. Scotty took race 1. This is race 2. MM2 holding on to a somewhat tenuous lead now as he just finishes off Dragon.
All right, let's check this this exit time here. 23:03 on room fade. So I think we were at 20 seconds before. This is going to be a little bit closer now. Ooh, that's a long overcook, it seems like. I don't know what... He's like started X-ray like really early there.
We're going to be closer to 17. Actually, no, I think it's almost back up
18
to...
seconds. Oh, interesting.
Almost back up to
Okay.
10 seconds, yeah.
I think I just straight up missed something somewhere because I thought Scotty was going to be gaining more time than that.
I think he was, but he did have that crash when he was trying to get the spike suit. And, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the time was lost, but still anybody's game here. MM2's definitely got to turn on the afterburners if he wants to finish this race in first.
Slightly outside of a Fantoon slow versus fast difference right now for these two runners. MM2 did cash in on a fast, whereas Scotty got a slow in the last race. Slow is about a 50% odds of happening, and about 25% for the other two. So we'll just have to see what that silly Space Ghost has in store for our runners today.
Oh, God, love Space Ghost. One of the greatest talk show hosts of all time.
Yeah, and a great Ridley Scott film also. That was the prequel to Alien, wasn't it?
Yes, of course.
I think Space Ghost is what you find at the bottom of the abyss.
Well, when you stare down the abyss, the Space Ghost stares back at you.
Can our references continue to get older as the tournament matches go on, Hockey?
They can. We can talk about Kronk and Bonk and the first recorded stone tablet of human history. Like we could go that far back.
We're fully in the 70s now. I'm content to continue going. Although, no, I'm wrong. The Bob Seger reference was like 1969.
Oh, wow,
Ramblin'
yeah.
Gamblin' Man. So actually, we're going in the other direction. We're going more current now. We are. This is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure with Prof and Hockey.
That's right. Fire up the phone booth. I mean, we're going for it. We're going all eras of human history.
Yeah, this is Prof and Hockey with the Eras Tour. Definitely a name that has not been used by anyone else.
Yes, I finally just got that by reading Kev Nastic's message. I just made sure to clear my portfolio of any Benthic petroleum stock. So, best T-shirt
Oh man,
ever.
you know, the Benthic Petroleum is really the place where it's really sad, but people have lost a lot of money on that, and you know, it's just no laughing matter. You know, sometimes
really
the markets are hard.
All right, Fantoon, be obliging.
Okay, we get slow this
opposite.
time for MM2. Does Scotty cash in here?
If Scotty gets a fast here, I'm just gonna turn my microphone off.
Nope.
Okay, good. I can keep commentating.
I would have been all alone.
Two slows. Are you kidding me, you stupid ghost?
You know, so here's the thing, Hockey. We got a close race. MM2 has earned this so far on the backs of slightly better execution, and the Ghost is not going to be the difference maker today. We got an even RNG pattern from both. If Scotty wants this, he's going to have to take it from MM2 in Turian. This is going to be exciting.
You said it, Prof. It's been exciting. The excitement is only going to build as we head to Torian. We did see a lot of mildly shambolic things in Torian from both runners at different points.
Oh,
So
that's
they
a bad bonk there from MM2. Oh, no.
They can keep it clean. Yeah, IFB, I gotta say, that's the only the second time I've seen a vertical Fantoon kill, so got to see two of them from MM2 in the same race series.
Oh, and Scotty bonks in the same place. Oh, that was such a good place to gain time.
Oh,
I mean, this is a fine backup on the ocean floor here, but that's a really unfortunate time loss. That is several seconds. Oh, man. All right, we're going to check this G4 time here, folks, but this is a close race. We are for sure within a baby skip, and, execution is paramount here. We saw the issues that Scotty had with Zeb skip in his last run. Is that going to be an issue? We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. There's a lot of pressure at this point for both runners.
For sure. It's not insurmountable for Scotty, but it may require some uncharacteristic mistakes from MM2 and some just, ultra instinct type of elevation of play from Scotty.
Okay, 57 on the room, fade in there. This is pretty good time. This has the chance for a 34 here, which is a pretty nice time. Anytime you're able to get a 34 with 2 tanks and high jump boots, that's pretty solid. So yeah, what is that? 15 seconds, Hockey?
I think so. What did you say MM2's time was?
Was it 58 on fade in? Oh my gosh, I already
and
forgot.
that was what, 10? So yeah, 12, 13 seconds, I think.
Chat's saying 14 to 15. Maybe it was like 56 or 57.
Oh, fine, Chad. I'm not a math guy, especially when I don't know what numbers we're adding or subtracting. So, geez, cut me some slack, Chad.
The only thing you guys need to know about math is U plus sign me equals sign heart.
Agreed. I less than 3 that statement, Professor Scott.
I know my calculus. It says you plus me equals us.
Oh my goodness. Let this be the most meta Twitch comment I've seen in a while. Pythagorean theory just saying math and then not like this. It's too meta. Too meta.
Couple hiccups in room 1 and 2 for MM2. Let's see if Scotty can consolidate a little bit here. Ooh, missed that super. That's unfortunate. 8 supers only for MM2 here, though. This could potentially be an issue for him. Oh, no! Oh, no. And what are these super drops? Are you freaking kidding me right now?
Oh, my God.
Holy smokes. Did get 2 at the end.
Is it really going to come down to super drops?
20 supers for Scotty right now. If both runners either hit or miss baby skip, that 14 super difference can potentially be huge. Okay, didn't get the last 2 from the final Metroid, but still, those 12 supers can absolutely be critical in this race.
That's a lot of DPS for Scotty compared to MM2.
Yep. Okay, here we go.
A lot of deeps. The deeps cut.
Let's see how many jumps this is. That's 2. 4. This is going to be a long baby skip. That's 6. Okay, it's 6. Scotty, though, going for the Stachio skip setup. If he hits this, he'll save about 3 seconds on MM2 over Boomer skip.
Oh my gosh. In Boomer skip we trust, but also in Stachio.
Oh, he had to turn around! Wow! Scotty needed to turn right because he was too far left, and he managed to correct that mid-baby skip. That's hugely difficult. That is so incredibly difficult. Very well done.
I cannot believe you pulled that off, and yet, yes, I can. That was just too much.
Okay, MM2 will not get pauseless, unfortunately. He did take damage there.
He did indeed.
Okay, Scotty needs to get through this. Okay, he's good.
Oh,
and he still has an opportunity for pauseless, which is another 3-second save over MM2 right now.
Can he do it? Oh, a couple
Let's get the
misses
time on
there
head down.
Supers.
31:06 on head down from Other Brain 1 here. Still at 700 health. So that's 3 seconds on the table for Scotty if he can stay pauseless
10
here.
flat.
That's a 7-second difference.
It was, yeah, right, 7.
Okay, this is so critical. The placement of Mother Brain's back foot. The setup for good cutscene versus normal cutscene. 2 cries. The number of shots you're able to hit here. Your ability to clear all of these 40 shots for stand-up. Every single one of these things is critical. And if Scotty can get through this fight, he's not going to have to do what MM2 is doing on the left side of your screen right now, which is entering that pause screen. He's very close to consolidating on that 3 seconds. And he has it. That's a 3-second save there. Samus down on the ground at 32:02.
All right, 02. I'm going to remember that.
6.5 seconds.
Oh my gosh. 6.5. We're into single digits here, Prof. All right, you handle all the 2 cries stuff because I still don't get it.
Yeah, they both have the capacity to set it up. You can tell because the back claw is lined up. Let's see if this neck tilts in. Yeah, MM2 got it. We're going to get a quick sit down. 1 second, 2 seconds, sit down. Very nicely done. And Scotty also got it. So they're even there. They're even there.
Okay. Sit down. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it's
gotta watch the neck. Gotta watch the turkey neck.
That's right. If you get that sort of crooked V-shaped neck, now you can. It's called 2 cries because you can listen to the number of cries that the baby is giving out in that situation. And if it's just the 2 cries, you know you got it. There's technically a task setup that is not really human viable that gives you 1 cry. But the other way to do it is just count how long it takes Mother Brain to sit down from the time that she reaches the back wall. And it's about 2 seconds for 2 cries, and it's somewhere between 4 and 7 seconds without the manipulation. So no runner gained or saved any time on that, but we're going to have to check this escape time. This is going to be within 10 seconds again, but this time with MM2 in the lead, having to hold off Scotty. Very nice stand-up from MM2.
Wow. This is spectacular.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Here we go, Prof. MM2 on the escape.
It's about 8 seconds right now. Holy smokes, folks. Scotty did get that morph-unmorph, so he saves about 20 frames in that room, not falling on that platform. MM2's through the first spark. Scotty not opting for Blue Bomber.
It's probably for the best.
Clean so far.
MM2 very sharp through Leo. Scotty definitely also pretty... Oh, just a little bit of a trip there on that 1 tile.
Okay, MM2 did miss this in his previous run. This time he gets it. He's through. That's critical. He's seconds away now. He has 1 final room to execute. Steam won't be the difference. It's only going to be the execution in Parlor. And he's through. So Steam shouldn't make a difference. MM2 should be able to hold on now.
Wow.
We're about to have a tied race.
What an incredible effort. Unbelievable.
Folks, get your GGs in chat. MM2 has come back from the brink, winning with an official time of 34.53, a 34 in a race. Excellently done, finishing in first place, 34.53, only 8 seconds behind with a 35.01 is Scotty. An excellent performance from both runners. Scotty chipped away, but just could not come back. And both runners who ended up in the lead going into GGG held on to win their respective races, and MM2 forces a critical rubber match. Game 3 is coming up next, folks. We're going to race it right back at you. We're going to be here in just a couple minutes. Give these runners a moment to just reset their brains, and we will be right back at you with Game 3 of MM2 NES Cartridge versus Scotty in the GT Classic 2025 tournament.